those of you who do not know me, my name is Tracey McCann. I feel very excited and privileged to be here talking to you all. So, what will I be speaking to you all about today? Before I answer that question, I feel that it is important for me to give you a brief description of myself and my situation. This may be the first time that you have ever attended an event where the speaker is using a machine to talk for her, and as such it may be a new experience for you. For me, however, this is nothing new. This was not always the case for me, as up to the age of 8 I could talk loudly and clearly. I loved to talk so much, I would waffle the ears off anyone who would listen, even those who were not listening. I know it is probably hard to believe that I was ever like that, but believe me, I was. My story is that at the age of 8 I obtained a rare genetic condition known as rapid onset muscular dystonia. This just came on me suddenly and without any real indications in the build-up. I was on a school trip running around playing with my friends, and next of all I found myself in a daze and unable to walk. No matter how hard I kept trying to stand, I fell. I was so frustrated and confused. All in all, within a few days I was so tight, my body had twisted, and my arms were wrapped around my neck. Also, much to my horror, my ability to speak had faded out. I could not do anything for myself. Over the following years I felt extremely dejected. It was hard for me to readjust and I was understandably in shock for many years. But no matter how hard it was, feeling trapped inside my head, I always had this inner belief something good will come about. I believed my life would change for the better and that I would overcome it. As I'm sure you can all tell, that is not my life anymore. Thanks to good support from my wonderful family and a lot of hard work and dedication, I retrained my body to get to where I am today. I'm with my wonderful partner Patrick 5 years solid. We have done a fair bit of traveling within that time frame. We have been to 11 countries so far, including Sydney, New Zealand, Iceland, the USA and Panama. We love traveling. It is something I had always dreamt about and now I am finally living that dream with a really good person. I no longer want a normal life, because I am now living an extraordinary one. While I will admit that I have achieved all of this with the assistance of my family and friends, I also must give credit to the strongest asset that I possess, my motivation to not concede to people's definitions of what I can or cannot do. Motivation, greater than limitation. While I obviously do not know any of your individual situations, I will tell you this. Regardless as to whether you were born with your disability, or, like me, you developed it later on through some unforeseen circumstances, realize this simple truth. There is nobody on this earth who is exactly the same as you, because you are unique. There is greatness in each individual here, whether you see it or not. It is because of this greatness and uniqueness that you can achieve anything that you want to achieve. This is coming from somebody who, at the age of 8, was unable to both walk and feed herself. It is vital to not compare yourself to others. If you want what others possess, you must be prepared to work hard for it. Realize that we are all on different roads, and be wary not to follow in the footsteps of the wrong people. Aim to be as successful as the person you admire and be prepared to follow in their footsteps. Success will always leave a trail. This life is like a vehicle, and as such we all must take full control of our own steering wheels. When setting your goals, always aim high. Do not take a back seat in your vehicle. Do not be satisfied with just existing. Whatever dreams or goals you have, there are 4 very important steps that must be took. Step 1. Believe in yourself. Most dreams do not get started because the dreamer only sees them as just that, a dream. We need to be confident in that through steps 2, 3 and 4 we can make our own dreams into our own realities. Step 2. Take action. All of the steps are just as important as each other, but this is the most important one of all. Action has always been required in order to get a result. If you want a result in your life, you must be prepared to take the required action. Step 3. Never quit. 99.9% of the time, quitting is the killer of all dreams. Even if you believe in yourself, and you have taken the correct affirmative action, eventually, if you do not start seeing results quick enough, you quit. This is human nature. Now, I implore you all, if you want to succeed at achieving your dreams, defy human nature, and never quit. Lastly, step 4. Pay no heed to the naysayers, or what have come to be known as the dream stealers. We all know these types of people. These are the people who do not believe in you ever achieving your dreams. Usually, this is due to the fact that they themselves could never achieve what it is you are trying to achieve. Tune them out. Keep working towards your dreams. And remember, in order for you to succeed, then their input is not required.
This. I don't want you out here shooting this ball around all day and night. All right? All right? Good. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. Alright? If you got a dream, you gotta protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
In order to remain focused and positive, we must surround ourselves with optimistic and supportive people who will not trample on our dreams before we even get started. We also need to fill our own minds with supportive thoughts, not self-destructive ones. We achieve this by listening to uplifting people, repeating to ourselves daily affirmations, and also reminding ourselves daily that we are all amazing, and we all are self-empowered. This is not, as much as it may be viewed by others, us being cocky, and if it is better than being weak and submissive to the concepts of others. We all possess the strength within us to see our goals achieved. Belief is not required for that, as it is a fact. Last year, I took part in a course on coaching models of practice. In that course, and from my own life experience, I learned the importance of applying the following when working towards achieving goals. Grow. G is for goal. What is your goal in life? Or what is it that you want to achieve this year, month, week, or today even? Think hard about this. We all have a goal, or as some people like to call it, a dream. R is for reality. What is it that is preventing you from achieving this goal? What excuses have you made or listened to over the years that are preventing you from achieving this goal? O is for options. This one is quite simple, now that you know your goal and you know your reality. What are you going to do about it? There are always ways around everything. If you think really hard about this, then I am certain you will come up with more than one solution. W is for wrap up. This is the part where you know what your goal is, you know what the apparent reality of your situation is, and lastly you know what your options are. Now that you have all of that, all that is required is action. If you are unsure about what your goal is, then listen closely. You need to step outside your comfort zone. Take a leap of faith and try your hand at something different that you have not experienced before, and you never know, you could find along that path your true purpose in life. That is exactly what I have done, and I am now living a life of achieving goals and loving every minute of it, not sitting around dreaming. I am achieving, and you can do the same. I am here in front of you all now, as someone who had every reason to roll over and concede, telling you that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve, by just taking the correct motivated action. 1 year ago I placed on my wall my own ambition to do public speaking, and now here I am. You can do anything you want. Do not allow anyone, not even yourself, tell you otherwise. I will be releasing my book soon, which is a biography/self-help book. My intention in writing this book is to inspire the reader and make them aware that they have full control over their life. Speaking from experience, I know that nothing is unachievable. Please feel free to visit my website, the address for which can be found at the end of this presentation. On this site you can watch my video blogs, leave me some feedback. Feedback is very important. You can also pre-order my book. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.